Okay, so let's talk about comparison. Comparison comes from a deep need of needing external validation. You're constantly and continuously looking at people and things outside of you to validate your worth and your belief that you're good enough and that you're more than good enough. And you and your mind are constantly matching yourself up against people and things to see where you fall, to know and to confirm that you're good enough. And the way we approach things as far as conscious creation is a deeply different way of thinking. Your worth, your value comes from within. You don't have to look outside of you. You create it first within yourself. The inner knowing, the inner belief, the inner sense that you're worthy, you're valuable, you validate yourself. When you validate yourself and you give that to yourself first, your external world will reflect it. That's how it works. So you don't have to prove anything outside of you. In fact, if you are trying to prove your worth and your value outside of you, expecting people to love you or to tell you you're good enough or you're beautiful, you're successful, whatever validation you're looking for, then that's a sign right there, a red flag that you haven't shifted your concept of self, because you're still looking for people and things outside of you to fill that void. And that void you fill within yourself. You're connected to source. You have an inner power that exists within you. You create it within yourself. You go within, you love yourself, you approve of yourself, you validate yourself, you affirm and reaffirm and continue reaffirming that you're worthy, that you're more than good enough, and you love yourself, and you operate from those core beliefs until they imprint on your mind, until they're natural you, until you are someone new. You're no longer that old version of you who's looking outside of you for people to tell you you're okay. You tell yourself you're okay. You do it over and over and over every day, day and night. Your inner dialogue, your inner conversations must match that. And when you do that, when you operate from those core beliefs of worth, of value, of deep self-love, deep self-respect, deep self-validation, and you're okay with yourself and you accept yourself, that's when the mirror, the world outside of you, will reflect it, will show you that's who you are. But you first create it within yourself. Always go within, irrespective of what your 3D shows you. You always go within, you change your concept of self. That's what it is. It's really simple. It just takes practice and doing it over and over and over. And I promise you, you do this, you master this, your world will change. Your world will change. And this is when you stop caring what the world and people outside of you think or believe, because you always go within. You stop needing and searching for that external validation. You stop comparing yourself, because deep within, you know who you are. And the irony in this, when you shift this approach, it naturally comes to you, the approval, the validation, but you don't really care about it anymore because you know who you are.